Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be reactions for NXT vs TNA Showdown 2025. You guys know how these videos go by now, so I'm just gonna get right into the results. So I got 4 out of the 4 matches correct, which is overall a perfect pay-per-view for me, 100%. So I did great on the predictions. If you knew, the last NXT pay-per-view, NXT No Mercy, I didn't do too well. But I have turned it around with this TV special, NXT vs TNA Showdown 2025. So let's just get right into it. So the first match of the night is a winner-takes-all for the NXT Tag Team Championships and the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Start state, NXT versus the Hardy Boys. Winners of the winner-takes-all tag team match and the new NXT Tag Team Champions and still the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Hardy Boys. So, the Hardy Boys were able to give TNA the first W of the night. And I'm going to say that I'm not really too surprised by this outcome. Like I said in my predictions video, there was a lot of reasons why the Hardy Boys can win this match. 1, they are the greatest tag team of all time. 2, they have never held the NXT Tag Team Championships. I mean, the Hardy Boys have pretty much held every tag team championship in WWE besides the NXT Tag Team Championships, and they have won them tonight. So now you can finally say that the Hardy Boys are the NXT Tag Team Champions. Another reason why I said that they could become NXT Tag Team Champions was because of the New Day. Now, the New Day has held pretty much every championship in WWE, including the NXT Tag Team Championships. And because just as much as the New Day are GOATs, the Hardy Boys are GOATs as well. So I just had the feeling that they were going to win. Of course, it was a good match. I very much enjoyed it, though the match was kind of a little bit sloppy, though. There was some botches that I did see in the match, which it didn't really overall hurt the match itself. It was a pretty good match, but I have to put that out there. There was a couple botches in this match. The second match of the night is a 4-on-4 Women's Survivor Series Tag Team match. Special guest referee Jordan Grace. Team NXT versus Team TNA. Winners of the 4-on-4 Survivor Series Tag Team match. It's Team NXT wins. JT Jane, Jada Parker, Sol Ruka, and Lola Vice were able to get to win over Team TNA of Kelani Jordan, Jessie McKay, Cassie Lee, and Mara Sade. And I'm not really too surprised by this outcome either. I knew that they were going to keep this show pretty even. TNA won the first match, and then NXT won the second match. Pretty even. And I pretty much knew the women's NXT division is somewhat better than the TNA women's division. I just felt like Team NXT had the better competitors in the match. And basically how I described it in my predictions video is, if you take a look at it from a singles competitors and a tag team competitors standpoint, well, you have to think, which one is the better tag team and which one is the better singles competitors? Well, Team TNA has the better tag team wrestlers, and Team NXT has the better singles competitors. And this match is not really about, it is a tag team match, but it's an elimination tag team match. So basically, it's a tag team match, but any one of your teammates can get eliminated at any time, so it's technically a singles match. So I just felt like Team NXT had the better singles competitors in the match, and I knew that Kalani Jordan was just not going to save this team. Kalani Jordan is a great wrestler, but I just knew that she was not going to save her team. And, the inspiration, or as they used to be, the Iconics, I just knew that they were just not going to help their team win. So overall, I thought that was a good match too. The third match of the night is a singles match for the NXT North American Championship. Ethan Page, the champion, versus Mustafa Ali. Winner of the singles match, and still the NXT North American champion, Ethan Page. Yeah, I'm not really too surprised by this outcome. I said this in my predictions video. Ethan Page was the safe pick going into this match. He was also the safe pick going out of the match. I pretty much knew he was going to retain his title. I just did not see him losing it to Mustafa Ali. And the reason is because, like I said, there's a lot of things going on with Ethan Page right now. A lot of storylines that they could possibly do. Ethan Page just got done with his feud with Tavion Heights, and then he just had this match with Mustafa Ali. But there's more stuff they can do with Ethan Page. Right now, it looks like they're going to continue his feud with Dr. Wagner Jr., and he could possibly become a double champion by winning the AAA Latin American Championship. But that's one feud. And then the possibility of Miles Warren going after his championship, that's another thing that can happen. And there's another thing that I would like to say about this match that I didn't mention in my predictions video, but I want to mention it now. So, basically, for about 2 years, Mustafa Ali has been the number one contender for the NXT North American Championship. And he won a contendership match in 2023, and then after this contendership match, he never got his title match because he got released. And the current champion at the time was Dominic Mysterio. He was in his second title reign with the title, the NXT North American Championship. And then he lost it to Dragon Lee. My theory is, and it's just a theory because it's just a theory because it never happened, but here's what I think would have happened. If Mustafa Ali never was released by WWE and he was still in WWE, he would have that championship match for the NXT North American Championship against Dominic Mysterio. And I feel like Mustafa Ali would be the one to defeat Dominic Mysterio for the NXT North American Championship at the time instead of Dragon Lee. That's what I think would have happened, but it didn't. And, the reason why I mention this is because, one, that's the reason why he came back to face Ethan Page. And that's another reason why I knew that he wasn't going to win, because Ethan Page, like I said, he was the safe pick going into the match, he was the safe pick going out of the match, and I just never really seen Mustafa Ali winning because of what they're doing with Ethan Page right now and the storylines they could possibly do with him. So, yeah. And now we're on to the main event here. The fourth match of the night is a 4-on-4 men's Survivor Series tag team match. Special guest referee Joe Hendry. Team TNA versus Team NXT versus Team TNA. Ricky Saints, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, Miles Bourne versus Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Moose, and Leon Slater. Winners of the 4-on-4 men's Survivor Series tag team match. Team TNA of Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Moose, and Leon Slater. Yeah, I'm not really too surprised by this outcome either. I said in my predictions video, I knew that they were going to keep this pay-per-view very even. Have Team NXT win 2 matches and have Team TNA win 2 matches. And that's exactly how they did it. They called it down the middle. The show was very even. There was 2 winners on both sides. I kind of just knew this was going to happen. And like I said in my predictions video, I knew Team TNA was gonna win because they had the more experienced competitors on their team. You know, Mike Santana, Frankie Kazarian, Moose, they have been wrestling way longer than Trick Williams, G-Von Evans, Miles Bourne. So I just kind of knew that they were going to get the win. And then, you know, it really came to light that they were going to win after Trick Williams abandoned his team. He abandoned Ricky Saints. Yeah, he just left Ricky Saints. So it became 3-on-1. So, you know, what are you going to do? But, yeah, I'm not too surprised by that outcome. So, what do I think is the match of the night? Well, the obvious match of the night for me is the 4-on-4 Men's Survivor Series Tag Team match. It was overall a great match to end off the show. I mean, I don't have anything wrong with it. So, I thought it was a great match. Okay, so what is the underdog match of the night? This is really tough because both of these matches were great. Ooh, which one do I want to say? I'm going to go with the 4-on-4 Women's Survivor Series Tag Team match. That was a great match. I honestly think the women did better than the men, in my opinion. Even though it's not my match of the night, but they did great. I thought it was a great match. And the honorable mention is the singles match for the NXT North American Championship. I just really enjoyed that match. I enjoyed it more than the tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championships and the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Not saying that was a bad match, but I couldn't really get over the two botches that they had in that match. It was a good match, but man, those botches were very noticeable. I couldn't get over seeing them, but yeah, overall, I mean, I think the singles match for the NXT North American Championship is the honorable mention. It was a great match, and overall, I thought, you know, I mean, it was pretty freaking brutal. Jesus. Like, Ethan Page slammed Mustafa Ali's head in the ring post. I mean, and then he, like, you know, Mustafa Ali did a suicide dive outside the ring, going across the table. You know, Ethan Page smacking him around a couple times. It was crazy, but it was a great match, and that's my honorable mention. And those are my predictions and reactions for NXT vs TNA Showdown 2025. Please post a comment. What were your predictions and reactions for NXT vs TNA Showdown 2025? And if you guys like this video, please don't forget to please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Period.